Hi all, welcome to DotNetCrunch. In this video, we'll be looking at a tool called NDepend. NDepend is a static code analyzer that integrates nicely with Visual Studio. Great news for, or great tool for .NET developer. So now let's understand what exactly is static code analysis is. Static code analysis is a stage of development where we take care of the code quality. So as a developer, we might make mistakes while developing our code, and that could be a result. The mistakes could be a result of tight schedule, work pressure, less experience in the team, etc. etc. There might be many such reasons. So NDepend comes to our rescue in such scenarios. So for example, I am currently logged on to ndepend.com, the official website of the tool, and from here you can see it integrates well with all the versions of the Visual Studio, then all the features that are available for Visual Studio Code as well, and then you can run this on Windows, Mac and Linux. So simply you can visit this website and download it from here. As soon as you click on download now button, it takes you to the download page where they offer 14 days trial, and post that you need to purchase or you need to pay them. So we'll come to the price part later on. So over here you can first try it out. You can pass give your details and download it. So once you download, you will get a zip file downloaded on your machine, and you need, once you extract that zip file, some folders or some information like this will appear on your screen. So out of this you can click on visual and depend.exe, and a screen like this will pop up. Evaluation not started yet. So if you purchase this, you might have a license key. You can put on license key here and click on activate. It will activate the license. For now we will do start evaluation. So once we do that, let's accept the license agreement and continue. So it will just start. So it will just say, it will show the count, and we can use it for 14 days from now. So this is how it opens. This is the interface, and it integrates well with Visual Studio. So you can see the same theme as being it is used in Visual Studio. So now coming back to the pricing part, from the website you can click on buy and renew. So over here there is a different prices for 1 year, 2 year and 3 year subscription. So you can check this website. Yeah, let's in this video what we'll be doing, we will be taking one example of e-commerce project, or a large project wherein we can run this tool, analyze what are the issues, and how we can fix, and how to read the reports which are generated by this tool. So NDepend generates a lot of based on a lot of parameters, it generates a dashboard looking at which we can determine the lines of code, what is the depth, and we can see the dependency graph, features like that. So we will be looking them in detail with the help of one of our .NET solution. So this is the Noob Commerce project which we will be looking at for our NDepend demo. For analyzing for analyzing the project, we are using this open source .NET project which is Noob Commerce, used thanks to Exile Dev user for creating for open sourcing this, so that we can use it for our demo purposes. And this was the report which gets, like, this is the report which gets generated when you analyze your code through NDepend. So we'll come to that later. Let me pull up this Noob Commerce in Visual Studio. I have downloaded it, and let me pull up in the Visual Studio Code 2022. So this is the solution, and let me build this solution. It's got succeeded. So build is succeed. We don't have any build issues, we don't have any warnings as such. There are test cases as well in the project, and various libraries, plugins. a lot of namespaces. Okay, so this is very huge project, and the real time project, in real time, whatever you're building for your client. So this is a huge project, so that how you can use NDepend, and what benefits you can get out of that, will be showing that. And in Visual Studio also you can get the extension for NDepend. uh, let's go to the window again, and from here, if you click this NDepend Visual Studio extension installer, you get the options to install whatever current version you have on your system. It will just highlight or just activate that particular install button, and if you click install, it will install the extension over here. So let's install the extension. Meanwhile, this is getting installed. Let me go to the report, and these are the diagrams which are shown, like dependency graph, dependency matrix, tree map, metric view, and this is abstractness versus instability. So looking at these diagrams, you can analyze your code. We'll see that in action, and these are some metrics: line of codes, the technical depth you have. It should be like we should be our target should be to get this rating as A. Then quality gates, rules, coverage, method complexity, comments, if they are used, are they properly used for each code blocks or not, right? So these are few of the matrices which are highlighted over here. Then we have a summary of rules and the namespaces and warning messages, or according to the linting rules, whatever you have coded in your whatever as per the standard, what should be followed, that particular summary is being provided in this report. So now this is installed. By once we click the install, it will be installing. So without installing also, we can change. If we click on this visual NDepend, it opens up the solution. We can analyze over here, and from here also you can install Visual Studio extension by clicking on this button, right? And if you click here, you get the one-off analysis options: solution, analyzing the solutions, analyzing the .NET assemblies, analyzing a set of assemblies. This is quick kind of navigation. So you can directly navigate from here as well. But from Visual Studio from within, if you do, that would be much more likely people use it this way, integrated the tool into Visual Studio. So let me fast forward this. So now the installation is successful, and let's open the Visual Studio 2022 and check for the extension that is being installed. We are loading up the Noob Commerce project. So the error message was for the previous process that got deattached, which we were running in this NDepend interface. So that got deattached, and we need to attach the process again. So here in the extensions tab, you will find this NDepend that is got installed. Now we need to attach new NDepend project to the current solution and start analyzing. So this is how it got attached, and we can analyze the assemblies from here, and it will automatically create a build report that I was showing you earlier, some similar to this. Okay, let's go back to Visual Studio. So the analysis is being running right now. It will take some time, not more than couple of minutes. So yeah, analysis is running, and then will be presented with a dashboard kind of report, wherein it will have the list of metrics, the dependency graph, and we will look at them, each of them, how you can read those reports or analyze the data which is presented by NDepend. and how you will be able to improve your code quality. So meanwhile, let's go back to the NDepend website. From here you can navigate to doc section, wherein you'll find the complete tutorial how to use NDepend. Step by step tutorial is available, and for entire parameters and analysis, you can refer to these or whatever terms if you are not able to follow the reporting and everything. There's a good documentation available here. You can follow that, or you can refer to that. Yeah. So NDepend just finished analyzing your code. What you want to do? You want to view the dashboard, interactive graph, code rules, or close this dialog. So let's view the dashboard. So this is the dashboard where it's computing the depth, quality gates. So these are the number of lines which are there in this solution, the entire solution, and the various other like code rules, issues, right? The blocker, critical issues or high issues, medium issues, low issues. The issues has been categorized, something like that. And this is basically a dashboard. Now if you want to view, see the graph, there you need to click on another option, and you can need to load up the dependency graph. So here in this dashboard, mostly we check for data analysis, quality gates, rules and issues, and these are the basic information for lines of code, and how many like man-hours were development efforts were included. So here it shows 3477 days of development efforts in order to build this project, and how many types are used, like assembly, namespace, methods, how many different types are of .NET types are being used in the project. So this is basically a dashboard where we have the graphs also shown. And from here, from the extensions and NDepend, you can also enable other options such as dependency graph. So this will compute the graph for you. It will show you the dependency graph. Then if we go here for another option, let's say dependency matrix, it will show you the metrics. Let's load the other option for tree, trend chart and matrix, also code matrix. So this will show you the code metrics. So we'll cover them one by one and in our video. So let's first go to dashboard. So I was talking about technical debt. So the rating given here is B. Basically A, B, C, D and E are 5 ratings which are given as per the code quality. For here, in order to reach this from B to A, 87 days of effort is needed, so that the developer can fix all these critical issues, block all these issues which are highlighted in the quality gates, rules and issues section. So basically if you click here, how many issues are there. So if you click here, it will show you all the issues in the right hand side, and you can navigate each and every issue. You can just filter them out and work on them. So for example, here below, if you see, this is the quality gates. If I click on 3 issues here, it will load directly, take me to those 3 issues which says avoid namespace, which are mutually dependent. So all the 3 issues are same, are similar, so you can fix them off. Then you can move on to the next one, 7 rules. So these are the rules which needs to be fixed in order to get rid of these issues from here. So avoid methods with too many parameters. If you click on over here, it will directly take you to that namespaces in which that particular method is being used. And if you click over here, yeah, it is loading up all those. So avoid types too big. So there are 75 such places where this rule is not being followed properly, or it's violated basically. So these are the few metrics or few parameters on which you can improve the quality of your code. So this is how we read the dashboard data with respect to lines of code, debt analysis, quality gates, rules, coverage, right? So let's move on to the dependency graph. Code structure can be explored through dependency graph. We can have a view of dependency graph like this, so where the entire project or entire solution is shown with the help of graphs, nodes, and how the assemblies and the namespaces are pointing to each and other projects. So we can unfilter the third party applications to show system and ASP.NET assembly referenced. So I'll zoom in a bit. So here you can see the third party and assembly like ASP.NET Core. And here clusters are introduced to make the graph more readable. If we remove these, so you can see how the graph looks like, right? Without cluster, the same graph is looking like this. So let me add those cluster again. So after that, we have a layout over here. The lines of code determines the size of like this box, and the direction, the edges. Currently they are proportional to coupling strength, show edges, and these are some settings in the layout you can do as per your whatever you feel comfortable with in viewing the graph. Then we have over here search option, wherein for example, if I click here and if I search for customer, so element as customer, so it will highlight the namespaces where we have used customer. So as if I zoom in over here, it highlighted in this graph. And also you can see 14 namespaces include this keyword customer, one assembly, all the matched is written over here, and then you can navigate and check for that particular section. And over here we have the help option. So this in this you can determine the color coding, what exactly this color highlights or indicates. So direct callee, indirect callee, direct caller of green color, selected element will be of this particular color, whatever is matched by the search will go in this color, right? So that is particularly your help menu. You can toggle from here, and then you can export this graph, like you can export it to SVG file, you can save a snapshot, that totally depends on you. So this is all about dependency graph. So when viewing large code structure like this, no commas, it is difficult with dependency graph, right? It's very difficult to analyze, and so hence we have a dependency matrix in NDepend. You can use this option, and here both the rows and columns represent the same set of namespaces. Non-empty cells represents dependency, green cells and blue cells are the symmetric, are symmetric because when a blue cells means that A is using B, while green symmetric cell means B is being used by A. A black cell represents namespaces that are neutrally dependent. A red square over several rows means that all the namespaces involved in dependency cycle. There is a circular dependency. Here in this example, in this project, there is no such circular dependency, hence we are not able to see that. But that's what it indicates. A red square generally indicates circular dependency. So the number of cells, you can zoom in and zoom out from here, or scroll from the mouse. The number of cells that are shown here on the green and the blue cells are actually the methods and the fields involved in coupling between the assemblies. So here, that's pretty much. From here you can use these options to take these screenshots and save this as well as a PNG from here. And this is how you can use dependency matrix when your code structure or code base is large and you're finding it difficult to view in the graph. So moving ahead with code metric view, here we get the colored tree map representation of code matrix. So each rectangle represents a method over here. So the rectangle size is proportionate to the lines of code, and the color is defined by cyclomatic complexity. So these are the two metrics. You can play around with this. Here you can change as per your need, like methods. So the color will change accordingly because of the size metric. Let's keep it to line of code, LOC, and this is cyclomatic complexity. And if you change this, let's say percentage of comment, then you can see the coverage of percentage comment. Let's move it back to cyclomatic complexity. So with this view, we can see at a glance which part of the code is covered by the task and which isn't, right? So you may refer to the NDepend docs page for more such code metrics. I hope you got some useful insights on using NDepend tool. You may check out this tool by downloading and playing around with it, as you get 14 days of free trial. Please feel free to share this video and subscribe to DotNetCrunch for more videos on .NET and related technologies. Thank you for listening.